Ripple is going big and bold, and they are now saying that they want to be able to create the largest DeFi ecosystem in crypto. So let's back up here. In 2017, they stated that they had a simple goal of making XRP a world reserve digital currency. They said that they wanted to make this currency as liquid as a G10 currency. Now with the growth and explosion of DeFi, they're coming into this sector and saying we want to have the largest DeFi ecosystem in crypto and the largest crypto trading unit as well. We got a little insight from one of their most recent job hiring posts, and you guys are going to want to see this one. So I'm going to get through this update, try to go through it as quickly as possible. It's Monday morning, July 8th, 2024. Hope everybody had a fantastic Independence Day weekend. Let's get back to work. Now, Bitcoin struggling to get back to work, and it has climbed back up this morning to 57,000. But this was after yesterday. We did go check out 54,000 once again. Bitcoin climbing back up this morning. We'll be watching it closely. Economic data coming out this week. Let's get the rundown. Consumer credit coming out on Monday. That's today. Probably actually has already been posted. And then tomorrow we get Powell. He's going to be giving testimony to the Senate, followed up by testimony to the House on Wednesday. So Senate, then House. That's Tuesday, Wednesday. Fed Chair Jerome Powell speaking. Following up on that is the big day Thursday, where we get the CPI. You're going to get CPI year over year. You're going to get the monthly change. You're also going to get core CPI as well. The other one that we're going to be watching is the initial jobless claims. They've been ticking up. Unemployment rate came out on Friday, 4.1% for June, followed up on a 4% unemployment reading for May. It is not looking good for the job market. Let's see how inflation's doing. This has the headlines coming across the boards that the expectations for a September rate cut starting to get a little bit better after the bad jobs numbers. Let's see what inflation's doing this week. With Friday, we'll get the producer price index and consumer sentiment. Now, out over in Europe, we are watching what's taking place here closely. This one from Bloomberg, the summary on what's taking place in France. France in turmoil after left thwarts Le Pen victory. So if you recall, in the initial vote that they had, Le Pen and her people were the big winners. And you maybe understand French politics better than I do, but apparently this called for 2 follow-up elections. And so Le Pen won on the national level, but then as far as their parliament, the parliamentary vote, the left did come in and actually took back winning most of the seats from Le Pen. So the French leftist alliance is the surprise victor, winning the most seats. President Emmanuel Macron's group comes second, while Marine Le Pen's far-right places third. So lack of clear majority signals uncertainty after France's political direction. French bond futures, Euro slip, and European stock futures, little unchanged. So we'll be watching that. And the reason why I'm watching what's taking place in France and some of these other elections is it's a precursor. It gives us a glimpse at what's coming here back home in America. One thing that the markets don't like is uncertainty. The other thing that the markets don't particularly like is that when it swings one way and we don't know what to expect. And, you know, the other thing that will happen too is basically these groups are saying they have all these plans and it all equates to more money printing, high deficits. And we see the similar politics kind of playing out here in the United States of America. So we'll be watching this one closely. And nonetheless, that is what's taking place in France. We are going to be taking a look here. BRICS. This is from Gold Telegraph. BRICS represents nearly 50% of the world's population and are now working on developing an independent financial system. People still consider this a joke. They should laugh at themselves. This is a quote from Albert Einstein. The only thing more dangerous than ignorance is arrogance. And this, to me, is the mentality of those who think that this is a big nothing burger. You have a large portion of our population that just doesn't even know what BRICS is, right? They're watching the Kardashians or their favorite sporting event. You have a segment, though, of people who analyze markets, who look at these situations, and they just think that BRICS is this big nothing burger. And that because BRICS won't, agree maybe on one currency to rule them all, that, this isn't going to be a big deal and potentially harm the U.S. dollar's role as a reserve currency status. I've been making the point, I've been making the case, they don't have to formally join BRICS to drop the dollar. They don't have to formally join BRICS to ditch our bonds. This is what's important and what we should be watching here as Americans. Now, this is a front page of Market Watch. This week's U.S. inflation report could have serious implications for stocks. A softer than expected number could pressure the Fed to signal an interest rate cut is likely in September or even open the door to one later this month. Now, what everybody's going to be watching for is when Jerome Powell gives his testimony in the Senate and then the House Tuesday, Wednesday, before the CPI comes out. Powell will have already seen it. So we're going to be watching to see if he slips up in any sort of way. Is he dovish? And it's just crazy, the point that we're at in these markets where everybody's on the edge of their seat waiting for Jerome Powell to slip up or say something. Oh, maybe there's a better chance of a cut now. It just, once again, the stock market, so fragile, our economy already broken. On the world stage, countries are already ditching the dollar. So, no matter what Powell testifies, we're already moving in motion. We're already taking our action. We've already been ditching the US dollar ourselves. As Americans who work and save some US dollars, I'm also reallocating some of those dollars towards my investments and back into my business, because we got to be able to survive inflation, and we want to be able to stack up as much of these assets, but before that next wave of inflation inevitably comes back. No matter who's elected, no matter whether or not they cut rates in September or not, we know where this goes once again, which is massive money printing, and what this is going to do to asset prices. It's going to make them go up. So that's what we're preparing for towards the end of this year into next year. I don't think that this bull run is over. On Saturday, I had my Discord weekly call every Saturday with my Discord group, and I shared kind of my overall thesis on how I think that the markets are going to be bottoming out between now and the election before we continue. I do think that Trump is going to win. Sorry, I know people don't want to hear that. I do think that he's going to win, and I do think that the markets are going to pump. And then I think eventually inflation is going to come rearing back as well, too. So please be prepared for that. In regards to cryptocurrency, we're watching some wallet addresses. Yesterday, I dropped a video on the manipulation. Remember the fake news that came out that the German government was buying back? The old word buyback. I know that kind of triggers some people. The buyback word. Yeah, well, the news was lying. The German government was not buying back Bitcoin. They couldn't sell all their Bitcoin, which is the real question that we should be asking is, why can't they offload their Bitcoin? It wasn't even that much that they were trying to get rid of. So when it got sent back to their addresses temporarily, this is what made people think that they bought more. No, they didn't. And we verified that. We backed that up. We showed that that was manipulations and lies. And that was kind of the point of yesterday's video. The other thing that we're watching is cases like this one. Golem, a project that raised 820,000 ETH in an ICO in 2016, has transferred 36,000 ETH to Binance, Coinbase, Bitfinex, and others in the past 37 days, worth about 115 million. Currently, Golem still has 231,000 ETH, worth about 656 million. So what's happening here? We've seen dormant Bitcoin addresses coming back and loading up Bitcoin on exchanges. We're seeing now old ICOs. They better hope that they didn't do that ICO and raise money from US investors, because the trail that they've left behind, and now if they're going to try to dump some of this ETH, they're just adding to that. But nonetheless, the point being is that, I think that we still have more downside pressure to go. When we match up what's taking place in our economy, downside's coming. When we match up Fed cutting rates, what typically happens to markets after that? Downside. When we just look at the fundamentals for crypto right now, we're waiting for more ETFs. We're waiting for regulations. It's not coming anytime soon. In the meantime, sideways, right? Or downside if we get broader bad things happening in our economy. On the flip side, where is this space going, right? What are these open protocols for? Are they for retail? Are they for institutions? Well, that's the beautiful thing about them, is that Joe Blow retail can use them. But at the same time, we also see the institutions themselves are recognizing that these blockchains are perfectly positioned, primed, and ready to be used by institutions. And so I got a document here from Smoke on X. confirmation that Ripple and Stellar are both for institutions. In a BNP Paribas blockchain overview presentation, Ripple and Stellar are both classified as open protocols for institutions. Now remember, BNP Paribas, they've been a Ripple partner for a while now. Okay, this goes back years. And XRP and XLM are institutional assets that retail was lucky enough to get access to. The advantage of having them as open source, permissionless, decentralized protocols, combined with the fact that they were also, made in with the institutions in mind, is what makes them so powerful. It's just like I'm about to show you with Ripple trying to build out the largest DeFi ecosystem. The same DeFi that we get access to on the retail level, they're fine tuning for institutions as well, right? Where Ripple gets to take the open protocol XRP ledger with all the same functions and capabilities, but then they get to help and hold the hand of their institutional partners doing so. That's a very big deal. And we got this one. This is where I found this, actually, was from Crypto Airy. She actually posted this career opening and says the company Ripple is setting out to build and oversee the largest digital asset trading unit in DeFi ecosystem in crypto. How? Develop infrastructure for digital and fiat assets, including derivatives, lending, and on-chain liquidity, seeding, and market making. And remember, one of the most recent amendment proposals that we got for the XRP ledger, I forget which XLS it was, but was for on-chain lending, native lending being added to the protocol, which would be just a massive role. Now, speaking of roles, this is the one that we're talking about right here. Ripple Trading and Markets Director. This is for the London, UK hub that Ripple has over there. Okay. At Ripple, we're building a world where value moves like information does today. It's big, it's bold, and we're already doing it. Through our crypto solutions for financial institutions, businesses, governments, and developers, we are improving the global financial system and creating greater economic fairness and opportunity for more people in more places around the world. And we get to do the best work of our career and grow our skills surrounded by colleagues who have our backs. Now, what is the work that we're going to be doing here? Ripple is growing, and we're looking for exceptional individuals to help build and oversee the largest digital asset trading unit and DeFi ecosystem in crypto. This candidate will report into the EMEA, Head of Trading and Markets, to help with the growth and operational excellence of Ripple's trading unit, managing organic and inorganic and addressing the liquidity requisites integral to our success. The ideal candidate for this role should have a proven track record of scaling traditional financial businesses effectively. They should possess executive presence to engage successfully with high-level leaders. Additionally, they must have a thorough understanding of technology, blockchain, and financial markets, along with strong analytical skills in these areas. If that is you, well, you know where to apply. Maybe I should put the job posting in the description down below in case any of you guys are looking for that job. Very important role. They want someone who's been in markets trading. They want, there's quite a list that they want. This is not going to be a position for any Joe Blow to come hop in. But what's so fascinating to me is how the XRP ledger was late to DeFi. We were late to NFTs. We were late for an AMM. But now we're coming in, and now we're going to have the largest DeFi ecosystem in the space. Now, this gets very interesting, and the secret sauce that Ripple's bringing now is not just XRP, but the Ripple stablecoin that they're building out is going to help onboard way more liquidity into the XRP ledger ecosystem. Remember, the stablecoin plays the role as the on-ramp and the off-ramp. Way better access than without it, right? Without a good stablecoin on the XRP ledger, right? It really limits the amount of liquidity and capital that's going to come into our ecosystem. So the 1-2 punch here, XRP plus Ripple stablecoin, beautiful solution for onboarding clients who want to, use US dollar derivatives and want to be able to tap into XRP as a bridge currency when needed. It's an important role for both. And just the fact that Ripple's coming out here once again, big, bold. Started in 2017. We're going to make XRP a world reserve digital currency. We're going to make it as liquid as a G10 currency. Greg Kidd called it the intergalactic reserve digital currency. So whether you believe in space or not, and now we're going to have the largest DeFi ecosystem in crypto. Sounds pretty dang good to me. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you think about that. And if you guys appreciate our updates, please make sure you like this video. If you're new here, you can subscribe, hit that notification bell so you don't miss any of our updates. And all of my community resources are available at zachrector.com, including if you're looking to get precious metals, it's delivered to your door, or we can roll over a 401k retirement account. Just let us know how we can help you. I also have my favorite crypto exchanges and wallets if you're looking to get some access there. And you can sign up for my private group. Patreon gets you access to Discord. We would love to have you in the family. Hope everybody has a fantastic Monday. It's going to be an exciting week ahead. Let's stay tapped in. God bless you all. I am your host, Zach Rector. I really appreciate all of the love and support. If you want to support the channel, just remember that you can start by smashing that thumbs up for me, sharing this content far and wide, and everything else is at my website.